This is an audio test for Greensboro Pride Baseball against Methodist University. Audio test 1, 2, 3, 4. Another audio test for Greensboro Pride Baseball here in High Point, North Carolina. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2, 3, 4. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2, 3, 4. This is an audio test for Greensboro Pride Baseball here in High Point, North Carolina. Another audio test, 1, 2, 3, 4. Audio test, 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome in, everyone, to Truist Point here in High Point, North Carolina, as your Greensboro Pride baseball team takes on Methodist University in their second USA South series of the season. Last week, the Pride defeated Mary Baldwin in 2 out of 3 games to take their first series. Methodist comes in at 10-9, and they are also 2-1 on the season. Let's take a look on your screen. You see the defensive lineup. Aaron McInville on the mound. He is the #1 starter for the Pride. And he will take the mound looking for a Game 1 victory. Behind him, you have Mo Lopez at first base, Cooper Ferguson at second, Evan Sykes at shortstop, and Adam Weber at third base. In left field is Brody Gardner, and center field is Chris Lee, and in right field is Kai Hayen. The designated hitter today, who normally plays first base, is Nick Marshall. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. This game originally had a 4 o'clock start time, but with the rain yesterday, we went to a 5 o'clock evening start time this afternoon. It's a very nice day, no rain, very comfortable weather, and this should be a fun one between Greensboro and Methodist. We're also simulcasting today on 12 Out Sports. 12 Out Sports, you can stream live events on their Twitter and YouTube pages along with Facebook. So we welcome those viewers this afternoon as well. So here we go. We will get to Methodist lineup as we get into the game here. Leading off is Jackson Deal, the center fielder, and the first pitch is low for a ball. So it's Jackson Deal, the center fielder. He leads it off. Next pitch is outside as well. The count goes to 2-0. If you're new to the Pride Sports Network, you will have your scoreboard on your bottom right. The next pitch misses, and it's a 3-0 count. You'll have everything you need to know from where the base runners are to the score, the outs, the inning, and the count. One thing about our setup today is that right field is a little bit cut off in our angle, as that's ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk to Jackson Deal. Next up is the backstop, Hunter Holman. He is a junior from Tampa, Florida. Greensboro also has a lot of Tampa natives on their team as well. Holman has the second highest batting average on the team thus far. First pitch curveball is in for a strike, 0-1. Holman's hitting .418 with a OPS of over 1,000. He's got 28 total hits. He's got 1 home run and 15 RBIs. The 0-1 for McInville is lined into the left field line, but that's going to curve foul near the Methodist bullpen. And after walking the leadoff man on 4 pitches, McInville is now ahead 0-2 on Hunter Holman. McInville gets his sign. He delivers the 0-2. Good breaking ball, just missed low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That breaking ball is going to be the key for McInville today. He throws that slider off of his fastball. As you've seen, he's already thrown a couple breaking balls to the left-handed hitter. Another slider, and that one was a beautiful back foot slider that strikes out Holman for the first out. Batting third for Methodist is Banks Hartman. He is the designated hitter. Hartman leads the team in average at .431 in 18 starts. He does not have a home run yet, but has 5 doubles and 8 RBI. with 25 total hits and 10 walks. This one misses inside, and it's 2-0. With the leadoff man, Jackson Deal, on first after the leadoff walk. Again, if you're just joining us, just getting underway here in the top of the first here at Truist Point in High Point, North Carolina. Next pitch from McInville is a breaking ball on the outside corner. And it's 2-1. So already McInville pitching backwards here. Throws the 2-0 breaking ball to the number 3 hitter. McInville looking for a ground ball to try to get out of this inning. Next one is inside, and it hits him in the leg. And so that will put runners at first and second now with one away. And the cleanup man, Caleb Rogers, he is the shortstop. And Rogers is hitting .351 in 19 games. So dangerous hitter here with runners on first and second. McInville already in a jam. And he'll step off the rubber for just a second to regroup. Michael Schroer is behind the plate here in game one. He's going to go ahead and visit the mound for a quick visit, and he will go back behind the plate. And here we go. Mo Lopez, the first baseman, creeps in, potentially looking for a bunt. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. The cleanup man at the plate. Unlikely that there's a bunt, but you never know. No balls and 1 strike to count. Next one is right on the outside corner for a strike, 0-2. And this will be a big strikeout if McInville can get it. So he started behind the leadoff man, struck out the next guy, got behind the number 3 hitter, and now he's ahead 0-2 on the cleanup guy. Swing and a miss at the slider. And a big second out. McInville has used that breaking ball a lot already. And that's a big second out, a big strikeout of the cleanup man. And that will bring up Brandon Malger. He is the second baseman for the Monarchs. And he is up with 2 on and now 2 out. And that one almost hit him. Almost had a second hit batter. That was with the fastball. McInville looks more comfortable currently throwing his breaking ball than he does his fastball. Here in the top of the first, going to have to get better command of the fastball if he wants to go very long. There's a fastball over the outside part, and it's 1-1. Greensboro comes in at 13-6. A great start to the season, and we're in conference play. This is hit towards the gap, and this is going to get down in front of Chris Lee. Lee's going to throw and get cut off by Ferguson, and Methodist is on the board first with an RBI single by Brandon Malger. And the Monarchs strike first here in the first. Malger laced that one into center field. Lee playing fairly deep out there. Wasn't able to come up and get it. Did hold him to a single. And now there are 2 away still, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Banks Engel. And that first pitch, honestly not sure what happened there. He threw his bat away, but the umpire told him to come back, so it was a ball inside. Next pitch is a breaking ball, just fouled off, and it's 1-1. McInville so far has an 8.64 ERA in 25 innings. Greensboro with a great 13-6 record as this ball is popped up, and that's going to be caught by Cooper Ferguson, and that will retire the side. We'll get to that point here in just a second. 1-0, Methodist leads it as we go to the bottom of the first. Welcome back, everyone, to Truist Point here in High Point, North Carolina. On your screen, you see the starting lineup for your Greensboro Pride. It's been an outstanding offensive season for Greensboro. Chris Lee will lead it off. Adam Weber hits second. Brody Gardner hitting third. Nick Marshall, the DH today, he'll hit fourth. Kai Hayden, he's been playing well of late. He'll play right field. Evan Sykes will hit sixth. Mo Lopez is in the lineup today at first base. He'll hit seventh. Michael Schroer behind the plate will hit eighth. And Cooper Ferguson at second base will hit ninth. On the mound for Methodist, it is Tanner Simpson. Simpson, the right-hander out of Elizabeth City, North Carolina. First pitch to Chris Lee is a ball, 1-0. Simpson has a 4.12 ERA coming into this game. He has 6 appearances and 2 starts. There's a fastball for a strike. He's thrown 19 2/3 innings. And he'll see if he can silence the Greensboro bats today as Lee fouls this one straight back, and it's 1-2. Greensboro will read you off some stats as we go along, but they are really hitting the baseball. They lead the NCAA in runs scored. This ball's hit well out to right, falling, and it will fall. It looked like the right fielder may have had a chance at it. But it falls for a leadoff single. And here come the Pride already with the base runner on, and Adam Weber heading to the plate. Chris Lee, who just hit, he's hitting .324. Adam Weber now up hitting .433 with a .612 slugging percentage. First pitch breaking ball just missed for a ball, 1-0. The stats are pretty eye-popping for this Greensboro lineup. You'll see guys like Brody Gardner, Nick Marshall, Evan Sykes coming up here soon who have just as good, if not better, numbers than Lee and Weber. Stolen base attempt by Lee, and he is in there as that pitch missed up and away. We have a 1-ball-1-strike count. We'll get that fixed for you here. Chris Lee on second after the single and the stolen base as Weber stands back in. Next one is on the outside corner. Good fastball there, and it's 1-2. Weber, as we mentioned, hitting .433. He has 29 hits, 7 doubles, a triple, a home run, and 21 RBIs, along with that .612 slugging percentage. This is a monster top 6 in the order. This is Lace in the right center. That's a base hit. Lee's coming to third. Nick DeTrinco's going to wave him. The throw is late, and we are tied 1-1. Adam Weber comes through with an RBI single, and just like that, this game is tied at 1. It does not take long for the Greensboro offense to get going in this one. And that'll bring up Brody Gardner, hitting .447 with 34 hits and 3 home runs, slugging .658. This is a tough lineup for any pitcher, any pitching staff to get through. It'll also be fun to see some other guys in there today, such as Cooper Ferguson and Mo Lopez. This one is fouled back for a strike to Gardner. And that's the fun part about this team as well, is that there's a lot of depth. You got guys like Lopez and Ferguson, Scotty Diekman as well, who have come up big. This one misses low for a ball, 1-1. There's a lot of depth in this lineup and on the bench as well. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Brody Gardner. This one's grounded towards short. Can they turn 2? Throw to second in time, throw to first not in time, and a good job by the catcher to back that throw up and prevent it from going into the dugout. So now that'll bring up Nick Marshall, and Brody Gardner will be on first base after the fielder's choice. Marshall has won 2 USA South Player of the Week awards within the last 3 weeks. First pitch is a pop-up, and this will be caught. Oh, wow, the wind almost carried that one too far, but a nice adjustment by Caleb Rogers, and Marshall is out on 1 pitch. We'll give you Marshall's numbers here, even though he got out on 1 pitch there. He's hitting .537 coming into this game with 6 home runs. But Simpson got him to pop out there, and now Kai Hayden will hit. And he hits one hard on the ground, but right to the shortstop. And Caleb Rogers collects all 3 outs at the shortstop position for Methodist. 1 run on a couple of hits, and we are tied as we go to the top of the second. Welcome back to the top of the second. Greensboro and Methodist tied at 1 after 1 run each in the first frame. Leading off the top of the second is Caleb Green. First pitch breaking ball for a strike. And McInville gets ahead of Green here to start the second. Next pitch is outside for a ball. 1-1. McInville gets his sign. Ground ball towards Weber, dive, and he can't get it. Sykes with a backhand long throw, almost got him, but it's going to be an infield single. For Caleb Green, good effort by Weber and Sykes there. And that's going to bring up the third baseman, Tristan Melvin. Melvin hitting .229 on the season in 19 games. He has 16 total hits with 11 RBI. Could expect a bunt here near the bottom of the order, trying to get a runner in scoring position here in the second. McInville throws over to first just to see if he'll show the bunt. Here's the first pitch. It's a swing and a base hit left field. And so the Monarchs once again have two men on. And there's already been a lot of base runners against McInville so far, and that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Austin Renzel. Renzel hitting .192, and I would almost think it's an automatic bunt here. 2 on, nobody out, and the 9-hole hitter up. He squares, and the breaking ball is a called strike. Might have been outside, but McInville gets the call. See if he squares again on 0-1. He does. Another breaking ball. That one looked pretty good, but that's a ball. Michael Schroer asking where that was to the umpire. Possibly a bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. McInville gets the sign. He's ready. It's going to be another bunt attempt. This one goes foul, and it's 1-2. So let's see if Renzel squares again with 2 strikes or if he's swinging away, looking to get the runners over, trying to stay out of a double play. With 2 on and nobody out here to start the second. Ground ball, base hit left field. Here comes the runner from second. That's Green. He's going to score. Gardner's throw is up the line, and Methodist is right back out in front. 2-1. The 7, 8, and 9 guys in the Monarchs order doing damage here. 3 straight singles. Tough break for McInville. And he's in a jam with the leadoff man, Jackson Deal, back up. Deal hitting .351 on the year, so danger ahead as this is going to be a bunt attempt. And the umpire says he was in the box when the ball bounced back up. That was close. If the batter runner would have been outside the box, he would have been called out, but the umpire says that he was still in the box when the ball came back up and hit him. So it's a foul ball, strike 1. To the leadoff man, Deal. 2 on, no one out still, and now Methodist leads 2-1. McInville gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, flew out to left, not deep though, and Gardner will make the play. And there's a big first out for McInville. That will bring up the backstop, Hunter Holman. Holman again hitting over .400 on the season. And now with 1 away, you don't expect a bunt. With a guy like this up with 1 out looking to drive in another run, McInville, first pitch fouled off, looked like his slider. That's the pitch that Holman swung and missed at for strike 3 last at bat, and he swings again and just fouls it off here to begin this at bat. Another slider down and in. That's fouled down the first baseline, and it's 0-2. So let's see if he sticks with it. He's gotten multiple swings on that down and in breaking ball from Hunter Holman. And it's 0-2. McInville looking for a ground ball at somebody or a big strikeout. Nothing in 2. McInville is ready. Schroer setting up high, and the fastball misses up and away. For a waste pitch there, 1-2. See if he goes back to that breaking ball after the high fastball. Outfield playing pretty straight up, infield double play depth. McInville's ready. The pitch, it is that breaking ball, and he fouls it off his foot. He's had trouble, Holman has, laying off that breaking ball, diving down and in. And McInville keeps going to it. And we're going to have another 1-2. McInville ready. Schroer sets up the pitch. Way high with that fastball, 2-2. McInville throwing a lot of pitches already. Had a couple base runners last inning and gave up a run, and the same has happened so far here, but a ground ball could get him out of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch is a ground ball. Past Lopez. He dove for it but couldn't get it. They're going to send the runner. The throw by Hayden is in time. A great throw by Kai Hayden. And a huge second out to cut down the run. And the score remains 2-1 as the DH Banks Hartman comes up. A perfect throw by Kai Hayden from right field. Gets his man, and McInville's still not out of it, but that certainly helps. A huge play there by Hayden. First pitch hit for a strike, 0-1. McInville looking to get out of a jam with the heart of the order up for the Monarchs. Runner from first goes. Schroer's going to throw. Now he's going to get in a pickle. Let's see. Here comes the runner from third. Throw to the plate. He is out as well. And the Greensboro defense prevents 2 runs from scoring. The Pride executed that play perfectly as Methodist tried to get in a rundown and have the runner score. But the Pride infield denies another run. So Kai Hayden with a huge outfield assist. And then the infield gets in the action. And the score remains 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the second. Welcome back. Evan Sykes will lead off the bottom of the second. The Greensboro defense prevents 2 runs from scoring in the top half of the inning. Kai Hayden with an outfield assist, and then the caught stealing as Sykes hits this one out to right field but not deep. And it's going to be caught for out number 1. So hopefully that settles down Aaron McInville as Mo Lopez will get the start at first base. He steps into the box. Lopez hitting 411 games. Just speaks to the depth that Greensboro has. They've got guys off the bench hitting over 400. Cooper Ferguson's hitting over 500. But those guys don't get regular at-bats because some of the other regulars in the lineup for Greensboro, but they get their chance here, and this one is on the inside corner, 1-1. Lopez has got some power. A good guy to have down at the 7 hole. 1-1. Big cut and a miss on the high heat by Tanner Simpson. One ball, 2 strikes. Simpson delivers. That's going to be fisted out to second, and it's almost caught at the shoe tops, but it did hit the ground. And the play is going to be made by Brandon Balger for out number 2. Tough play there. Looked like he caught it in the air, but look, must have skipped the ground, and he makes the throw on to first. Michael Schroer will now hit. He's the backstop. Him and Miles Vacarison have been sharing the catcher's duties this season. First pitch is swung on and missed on a breaking ball, and it's 0-1. Again, if you're just joining us, 2-1 Methodist leads. It's been an exciting start to this one on the offense and defensive sides. And Schroer is late on that fastball, and it's 0-2. Methodist got 1 in the first and 1 in the second. Greensboro also got 1 in the first. The 0-2 from Schroer misses up high, and it's 1-2. Tanner Simpson looking for a quick 1-2-3 second inning. Cooper Ferguson is on deck. Next one is just outside as the third baseman took about 6 or 7 steps towards the dugout and has to make his way back over to his position. He thought that was strike 3, but it just missed, and it's 2-2. Curveball, strike 3 called, and that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on base in the bottom of the second. We'll go to the top of the third. Methodist leads 2-1. Well, welcome back in. We are in the top of the third. After a quick bottom of the second, Aaron McAville back out there. He throws a first pitch curveball for a strike. So it'll be the DH, Banks Hartman. He was up on the caught stealing, the double steal that Greensboro was able to throw the runner out at home. And so because of that, he will now lead off the top of the third. Mentioned earlier, he is leading the team with a .431 batting average. And there's another hit right there. Takes that breaking ball and puts it into center field for a leadoff single. And once again, Methodist starts the inning with their leadoff man on. There's been a lot of base runners so far. McInville's had to work out of some jams, as he will now face the cleanup man, Caleb Rogers, who struck out his first time. He's going to squirt a bunt, pulls back, Schroeder throw to first. Not in time, but good throw, could have had him. That was a strike. Hartman got Will off the bag, and a good decision to throw it by Schroeder, but he almost threw it in the right field. A good job by Mo Lopez to dive and save that ball from going into right field. Another bunt, but that's a ball outside, and it's 1-1. You see on your screen the shadows begin to creep over Truist Point. Could make it more difficult for the hitters to see, at least for an inning or two. Next pitch is a breaking ball in for a strike, a high strike. It's 1-2. McInville, again, like we mentioned earlier, throwing a lot of breaking balls. That's been his best pitch, the curveball and then the slider as well. Hasn't had much command of his fastball yet. 1-2 now to Rogers. That one's in the dirt. Good block by Schroeder. 2-2. Now the count. McInville gets a sign from Schroeder. He's ready. That one is going to be in the left-handed batter's box and go all the way to the backstop. And that's going to allow Hartman to go to second easily. And now the Monarchs have a runner on second, nobody out. And now a 3-2 count on the shortstop, Caleb Rogers. McInville looking for another strikeout. He got Rogers the first time up. See what he can do here. 3-2. Ground ball to Weber. Looks the runner back. Throw to first in time. Big out there to keep the runner at second. Big pitch from McInville. And so now there's one away. That's going to bring up second baseman Brandon Mauger. Mauger hitting .284. He's got 21 hits and 4 doubles. He does have a home run as well. He'll see if he can drive in a run with Methodist already up 2-1. Schroeder looking at the dugout now. He'll give the sign to McInville. McInville comes set. He'll deliver the first pitch. Breaking ball misses for a ball, 1-0. McInville's got good curveball, good slider. The only thing you worry about is if that's all he's throwing, the Monarchs hitters will sit back on it. There's a fastball, but it misses, and it's 2-0. Methodist doing a good job of staying patient for the most part, making McInville throw strikes, not chasing too much. Another breaking ball misses, and it's 3-0. Three balls, no strikes to count. And there's a strike with a fastball, 3-1. Mauger taking all the way on that one. Runner on second. One away. Here in the top of the third, McInville delivers, and that almost hit him. And now Methodist will have runners on first and second again, and head coach Chris Fennessy is going to go out for a visit to the mound. Tomorrow will be games 2 and 3 of this series. You would expect Ian Bast and Michael Richards to start those games for Greensboro. Game 1 begins at 1 o'clock here at Truist Point. Chris Fennessy now done with the meeting on the mound. And McInville will try to get out of another jam. Banks Engel will hit here, looking to do more damage. Here's a bunt. Weber's got a long way to go. No play, and it's going to be a bunt single, and the bases are now loaded with one away. A perfectly placed bunt by Engel, and that's going to bring up the left fielder Caleb Green. He singled his last time, and he's got the bases loaded and one out. So McInville in some trouble again. Both corner infielders creeping up. First pitch breaking ball not close, and it's 1-0. So far today, McInville has given up 7 hits, a couple of strikeouts as well, and there's a hit batter, his second hit batter of the game, and it is 3-1. So Caleb Green gets a painful RBI, but he's all right. And that's going to bring up the 8-hole hitter, Tristan Melvin. So now 3-1. Second hit batter, McInville also has 2 walks. So it's been a wild first few innings. But again, if he could get a ground ball here, get a double play, he could limit the damage. First pitch here misses to Melvin for a ball. McInville just hasn't had command of his fastball much today, and here in this inning, he hasn't had command of really anything so far. There's a good breaking ball for a strike. 1-1. McInville is usually used as the #1 weekend starter, followed by Ian Bast and Michael Richards. Next pitch is foul back, and now McInville is a strike away from a big out #2. It's been fun to watch the main guys in the rotation grow this season. McInville, a junior, he transferred from junior college. Next pitch misses down and away, 2-2. McInville looking for a pitch here. Looking for some way out of this bases loaded jam. 3-1 your score. Breaking ball, and the umpire made the move like he was gonna ring him up, but instead he did not. He stopped mid strike call, and now the count is full. That was interesting. He backed up like he was about to ring him up and instead changed his mind. 3-2, lined into right. Hayen is there. He'll make the grab. He's already thrown one runner out. He's going to try again. The throw is in time again. Kai Hayen with 2 outfield assists. He's cut down 2 runs in the last 2 innings. And McInville works some magic and gets out of the inning with just 1 run. So Methodist leads 3-1, but the Greensboro defense continues to shine. Welcome back here at Truist Point in High Point, North Carolina. Tanner Simpson back on the mound for Methodist as he misses with the first pitch of this inning to Cooper Ferguson, playing second base. He misses with that one as well. So Kai Hayen playing right field today for the Pride. He has thrown 2 runners out at the plate in back-to-back innings. There's a strike with a breaking ball, 2-1. So Methodist has now been thrown out 3 times trying to score. This could very well be a much different ball game if it wasn't for the Greensboro defenses. This has popped up towards right field. This will be caught for out number 1. And Chris Lee will step in for his second at-bat of the game. He singled and came around to score. Also stole second base last time. See if Greensboro offense can get it back going and get Aaron McInville some run support. First pitch is in from Simpson for a strike to Chris Lee. Next one is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Simpson looks really good here so far early. 0-2 misses high with a fastball, 1-2. Simpson again coming in with just over a 4 ERA. So not bad at all. And he's pitched well against this lineup. Lee will foul this one off to stay alive. Count remains 1-2. He got out of a jam in the first inning and then got the 6, 7, and 8 hitters 1, 2, 3 last inning, but this ball is ripped to the left field corner, and that's going to be at least 2 for Lee, and he will stop at second. So the top of the order getting it going again, and Adam Weber, who knocked in Lee from second base in the first inning, will now get a chance to do the exact same thing here with 1 out. See if the Pride can capitalize with Weber and then Brody Gardner and Nick Marshall up next. Lee gets his lead at second. First pitch, breaking ball misses, and he gets away from the catcher. Here's to throw down to third. Lee is safe, and that's going to be a pass ball. A breaking ball there that probably should have been caught. And now Lee stands at third, and Weber is ahead 1-0. So Greensboro will take that, and now another pass ball or a wild pitch could score Lee. And this is going to be ripped to right. Will it stay fair? No, just foul by a few feet. And it's a long strike. Weber does such a good job of using the right side of the field, right center to right field. He's got a great approach. And that's a reason why he's got a batting average over 400. 1-1. That one misses down and away, 2-1. And this is where it gets fun for Greensboro. There's no holes. As Weber hits, and you have Gardner and Nick Marshall and Evan Sykes coming up. 2-1's ripped into center field. That will go down, and it is a 3-2 game as Adam Weber comes through with another RBI single. He's got 2 RBIs on the day, and Greensboro is now within 1. So the same 2 guys who did damage in the first inning have done it again against Tanner Simpson. And now Brody Gardner stands in. Gardner 0 for 1. He swings and rips this one foul into the Methodist bullpen. Gardner with a 447 average. He's got 3 home runs this season, looking to do some damage here, trying to at least tie the game, if not take the lead here in the third. Adam Weber on first base after the RBI single. 0-1 the count. Pitch is just outside. Fastball looked pretty good there from Simpson, but it misses, and it's 1-1. Simpson comes set. He'll deliver. That's outside, 2-1. And be interesting to see if Coach Chris Fennessy and third base coach Nick DeTringo put something on here, maybe a hit and run, with Weber on first and Gardner at the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 away. Weber not going. This ball is hit out to second, could be 2. They get the out at second, and they get the out at first as well. So Tanner Simpson does a great job of getting out of the jam. He does give up a run, but that's all. 1 run on 2 hits here in the bottom of the third. We'll go to the 4th inning, and Methodist leads 3-2. We are in the top of the 4th here in High Point. Greensboro added a run on another Adam Weber RBI single in the bottom of the 3rd. And so it's 3-2. Aaron McInville takes the mound again. First pitch of this inning misses for a ball. It'll be 9-1-2 here for the Monarchs. Austin Renzel will lead off. He's from Columbia, South Carolina. Next one misses as well, and it's 2-0. So McInville has gotten a lot of help from his defense today. They've thrown out 3 runners at the plate. This one misses, and it's 3-0. He's had base runners all over the place so far. The leadoff man's gotten on every inning as there's a strike on the corner. And he's also fallen behind a lot of hitters, so let's see if McInville can have a quick 4th inning here and get his offense back out there. That one just missed, and it's going to be a leadoff walk. And that will bring up the top of the order for the 3rd time. It's Jackson Deal. And so McInville now will have to go through the top of the order for the 3rd time, and we're only in the 4th. Renzel dives back on the pickoff attempt. He's got good speed, and now at the top of the order, let's see what Methodist does. They've missed some opportunities to score. They've scored 3 runs, but they've also missed some opportunities as this one misses outside. 1-0. McInville gets the sign from Schroer behind the plate. This one is fouled back over the press box, and it is 1-1. See how long the leash is as McInville throws for the third time through the order now. Another throw over to first. He's back in time. No one throwing yet in the bullpen. So McInville is going to try to get through this one. If he can get through this one quick, as here's a bunt and a steal, throw by Schroer. Not in time. Good throw, but it was just a little bit late. So Renzel steals second now. Methodist again has a runner in scoring position with nobody out. That pitch was a ball, so it's 2-1 now. 2-1 for McInville, not close, and it's 3-1. Jackson Deal looking to get on base for the Monarchs and get closer to the middle of the order. 3-1. McInville gets his sign. He's ready. That is outside. So now runners are at first and second, and it will be Hunter Holman who will be up for the third time. He singled his last at bat. He struck out in his first at-bat. See what Methodist does here. They've laid down a few bunts, or at least attempted to lay down some bunts. They'll try again, and this one is foul for strike one. They haven't been too successful today. They've attempted multiple bunt attempts, but they've really only gotten a couple down, although the ones that they did get down were successful. Nothing in one to count. Time called. And Holman will step back in the box. McInville ready to deliver the 0-1. It is a bunt. It's a good one. McInville's going to field. He'll throw to first. It is just in time. Boy, that was a close one. It's going to go down as a sacrifice bunt, but almost went down as a hit. So McInville gets the out, and that will bring up the DH, Banks Hartman. And then you have the cleanup man, Caleb Rogers, on deck. So the Methodist head coach is going to have a conversation, and now all three umpires will get together here on that play. Going to see if someone had a little bit better angle of that. Head coach Tom Austin for Methodist. And they're going to stay with the call. Tom Austin has had an extremely successful career. He's got over 1,200 wins, first among Division III coaches, active Division III coaches, 7th all time. He also has 20 seasons of 30 or more wins. So the conversation is now over about that play, and we will now get the matchup of Banks Hartman and Aaron McInville for the third time. Runners at second, third, one away. First pitch is a good breaking ball, but it just misses. Adam Weber playing in over at third base. Maybe a possible squeeze attempt. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch grounded back to McInville. Knocks it down. Runner's going to stay put as he lobs it over the first, and there's a huge out number 2. Renzel thought about going, but he decided to stay put. Smart decision there. Great job by McInville to knock that down. If he doesn't knock it down, that's probably a run. And so now there's 2 away, and that'll bring up Caleb Rogers. Runners at second and third. McInville has been a magician so far with the help of his defense, and the first pitch is chased way out of the zone on the slider, and it's 0-1.
If McInville can do this again, you got to give him credit. Despite getting into some jams, he's been able to work out of it with the help of his defense. Again, if you are just joining us, Kai Hayen, playing right field for Greensboro, has thrown out 2 runners from right field at the plate. 0-1. Rogers struck out his first at-bat. He's 0 for 2 today. The 0-1, another breaking ball that misses away, 1-1. That one a little bit more flat from McInville. 1 ball, 1 strike. Curveball hung it, hits it out to right center, but Hayen is there. And Aaron McInville has done an incredible job of getting into and out of jams. No runs scored for Methodist in the top of the 4th. We'll go to the bottom half of the 4th. 3-2, Monarchs lead. Welcome back in here to Truist Point. This ball from Nick Marshall's ripped, but it's foul. The count is 0-2. Bottom of the 4th, Aaron McInville doing a good job of working out of multiple jams so far to hold Methodist at just 3 runs. Greensboro now in the middle of their lineup. This one misses high. 1-2. Nick Marshall with an outstanding season so far, hitting well over 500 for the season. Fouls this one off, and the count remains 1-2. Marshall has 6 home runs, 2 triples, 8 doubles, 36 hits. He's slugging .985. He also has 14 walks. His on-base percentage is .614. This one misses high, 2-2. He popped out to shortstop his first at-bat on the first pitch. And this at-bat, he is making the pitcher Tanner Simpson work. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Simpson getting the sign. And he'll deliver to Nick Marshall. That's a ball as well. And now the count is full. Kai Hayen, who has been the defensive star today, he is on deck. 3-2 to Nick Marshall. That's high. And the leadoff man is on for the Pride. So that'll bring in Hayen. Hayen, in limited playing time this season, is hitting .387. He's got 12 hits, 5 doubles and a home run. He had a really good year last year as well. First pitch breaking ball misses, 1-0. Hitting coach Nick DeTrinco has done a fabulous job with the Greensboro hitters this season. He's also the third base coach. High fastball, swung on and missed. Good pitch by Simpson. And it's 1-1. One ball, one strike to count. The delivery coming from Simpson is swung on and missed again. 1-2. Hayden behind in the count, 1-2. Marshall on first after the walk. Here's the pitch. Good pitch from Simpson, but it just missed. 2-2. Good eye by Hayden. Working Hayden away here most of this at bat. Let's see where they go this time on 2-2. Simpson ready. Here's the delivery. And first it'll be a throw over to the first baseman, and Nick Marshall gets back easily. Simpson now comes set again. And the pitch is swung on and missed. And a big first out for Simpson. So now that will bring up the shortstop, Evan Sykes. Sykes is hitting .404 with 4 home runs. And today hitting 6th. That just tells you the depth and how good this lineup is. First pitch breaking ball misses, 1-0. Puts a lot of stress on the opposing pitcher when you really don't have any hitter to go to that you have a lot of confidence that you can get out. Each and every hitter is tough, and this is lined into center field for a base hit. So that'll put Marshall at second, and now the Pride have him at first and second and 1 out. And now Mo Lopez, the first baseman, he'll get another shot. Lopez 0 for 1 today, struck out. He will look to come through the hit to tie the game. Big cut and a foul ball. 0-1. Lopez grounded out his last time up. Down 0-1 here. Simpson ready. Looks back at Marshall at second. Here is the delivery. Line into left field. That's going to score at least 1. Marshall scores easily. The ball hits off the carom. And Sykes will stop at third. And we are tied at 3. Mo Lopez with a big RBI double. And we are tied 3-3. And now Michael Schroer, the junior catcher, will look to give Greensboro their first lead of the game. Methodist is starting to get a right-hander loose. Can't quite tell who it is. But doesn't look like Greensboro has anyone in their bullpen either. It's going to be Brandon Humphreys, it looks like, is throwing, and they may have another guy out there as well. So Michael Schroer takes a first pitch ball, and he looks to give Greensboro the lead. The middle infielder's playing back. This is popped up. It's going to fall for a base hit. The throw-in's cut off, and it is 4-3 Greensboro. Michael Schroer with a bloop single. And Greensboro takes their first lead of the day in the bottom of the 4th. And now that will put Cooper Ferguson in the box. Again, it's such a tough lineup to navigate. especially multiple times through. So runners are now at the corners with one out. Schroer at first. Ferguson looking to keep the inning going as this pitch is outside. See if he can lift one to the outfield and score another run. It's Lopez at third, Schroer at first. Ferguson with good speed out of the box. Good breaking ball, but it misses in, and it's 2-0. Pretty good pitch there from Simpson. And now time is called, and we're going to get a visit to the mound. So just to recap, Methodist scored one in the top of the first. Greensboro came back with a RBI single by Adam Weber in the bottom of the first. Methodist then scored again in the second and third, one run in each inning. Greensboro got another RBI single in the bottom of the third by Adam Weber. And now here in the fourth, Greensboro has scored twice and has taken a 4-3 lead. So Aaron McInville has gotten some more run support. McInville has worked out of a jam in every inning so far and has been able to hold Methodist to just 3 runs, despite a lot of base runners. So the meeting at the mound is over. The count is 2-0. Cooper Ferguson, the second baseman, who has hit well so far this season in the box. It's going to be tough to double him up unless he hits it hard right at somebody. 2-0. Breaking ball fouled away, 2-1. Ferguson probably sitting on a 2-0 fastball there right after the mound visit, but good job there by Simpson to keep him off balance with a breaking ball. 2-1 now. Let's see where he goes. It's a bunt. It's a squeeze, but the bunt goes foul. And if that stays fair, that's an easy run, but instead it's 2-2. Good job by Lopez. He got a good break on that, but Ferguson couldn't keep it fair. Good try there by the Greensboro coaching staff to try to steal a quick run, but it's 2-2. One away. Ferguson at the plate. Breaking ball line into center field. And Cooper Ferguson looks at the dugout, pumps his fist, and it is 5-3. The Greensboro offense peppering the outfield here in the fourth. Ferguson was pumped up after that base hit, especially after the bunt attempt went foul. He was pumping his fist at the dugout. And now we're going to get a pitching change. So Greensboro has knocked Tanner Simpson out of the game. Simpson pitched well up until the fourth, but Greensboro got to him. And so we'll take a break and we'll let you know who the new pitcher is after this.
Welcome back in. 5-3 Greensboro leads. The new pitcher is Brandon Humphreys. He's a junior. And the first pitch to Chris Lee is a ball. 1-0. Lee up for the third time. He's 2 for 2. Squares to bunt again, and that one misses. And so now Methodist into their bullpen here in the fourth. See if Greensboro can tack on another run or two in this inning. They've already scored 3 here in the fourth inning. 2-0 the count. That one misses, and it's 3-0. So Lee way ahead in the count here, 3-0. Humphreys has a 5.56 ERA. Lee will take a strike. Showed bunt, but he was taken all the way there. Humphreys has had 1 relief appearance. All of his other appearances has been starts. He's thrown 22 2/3 innings. 3-1. Good frame by the catcher, but it misses low. And now the bases are loaded for one of the best hitters in the USA South, Adam Weber. Weber has 2 RBI hits today, and he's got a chance at more with 1 out and the bases loaded. 5-3, Greensboro leads it. Weber in the box, pitch is way outside and low. Good block by the catcher, Hunter Holman. So far, every pitch has been a ball except for 1 from Humphreys. This pitch is bounced over Humphreys' head, and they'll get the out at first, but the run does score. So Weber with another RBI, that's his 3rd. And now there are 2 away. And Greensboro will take it. They'll tack on another run, their 4th run of the inning. And now Brody Gardner, who hit into a double play his last time, has a chance to do some damage with 2 outs. He's got Lee over at second and Ferguson at third. First pitch is fouled off over the press box. Press box is down the first base line here at Truist Point. It's a beautiful view of High Point. Can't see it because of the angle that we have to have, but there's a beautiful scoreboard out in right field. Next pitch misses for a ball. Beautiful big screen with the score line on it. And more additions being made to the ballpark. Minor League Soccer will also be here this spring. And of course, later this summer, this is it's called fair. The throw is not in time. It was called fair but looked foul. And that's going to be another run for Greensboro. I was going to say it was just foul, but the umpire called it fair right down the third baseline, and Greensboro catches a break, 7-3. And now Nick Marshall stands in with runners at the corners, and still 2 away. So an infield RBI single from Gardner. First pitch to Marshall misses. Greensboro with 5 runs in the 4th inning, and they now lead 7-3. Big inning from the Pride offense. Next one misses outside, 2-0. You've got Kai Hayen on deck. Nick Marshall is the best hitter in the conference at the moment. They may pitch around him with second base open. 2-0 the count. And it's a high pop-up, but not deep. Marshall missed that one, and that will retire the side. But Greensboro scores 5 runs, and now takes a 7-3 lead in the 5th. Top of the fifth, the Monarchs back to the plate. Aaron McInville has worked out of 4 jams so far to keep Methodist at just 3 runs. It could be worse, but he's done a great job with the help of his defense to hold Methodist to 3. And his offense has gotten run support. A 5-run bottom of the 4th now has Greensboro ahead 7-3. This ball is fair off the bag and bounces in the left field. It's going to be a single for Brandon Mauger. That one hit the bag and bounced way up in the air and went into left field. So another leadoff man on. Every inning they've had the leadoff man on has the Monarchs. And that will bring up the first baseman, Banks Engel, and he'll take a ball 1-0. So McInville, once again, he's used to it by now today. He's got base runners on, but he's confident that he can get out of it. This one misses way outside. Good job by Schroer to catch that one. Nobody throwing in the bullpen as of yet. Two and 0 the count. McInville, breaking ball hit him. And that's the 3rd hit batter of the game for McInville. And so a very familiar picture here. 2 on, nobody out. But again, McInville has done a good job of getting at jams. Michael Schroer, the catcher, will give out signs here. In case of a bunt, it looks like the bullpen is now starting to get loose. We'll try to tell you who is throwing here in just a bit. First pitch is a strike to Caleb Green. Greensboro expecting a bunt, but Green didn't show it that first pitch. Green's got a hit today. He's swinging and rips this one to the left field gap. This is going to get down. Gardner cuts it off. It'll be 1 run, and it'll be a RBI double for Caleb Green. And here come the Monarchs. 7-4, and now they have them at 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. The bottom of the order has been very productive today as Tristan Melvin now steps in. Melvin is 1 for 2. Green just had his 2nd hit. And Renzel at the bottom of the order, he's 1 for 1. So 4 hits combined for the 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Monarchs. And they look to do more damage here with 2nd and 3rd. First pitch, good slider, swung on and missed, 0-1. Corners are playing inside the bag to try to cut off a run if it's hit at him. Lopez now playing a little further back at first. Oh, wow, great stop by Schroer. That one bounced way into the left-handed batter's box, but Schroer was able to block it. Schroer and Vacarison, the other catcher for Greensboro, they have done a very good job defensively this year, helping their pitchers. 1-1, hit out to right. That will go foul over the Greensboro bullpen, and it's 1-2. An exciting contest here in Game 1 of this 3-game series. Game 2 and 3 will be tomorrow. And a big USA South series as this one misses inside. Another breaking ball, 2-2. Both teams enter at 2-1 in the conference. Both teams, this is their 2nd conference series of the year. Every game matters in conference play. 2-2, swing and a miss. Schroer will throw to first. He'll get the out.
And there's a big out number 1. So McInville, can he do it again? He's got the number 9 hitter now in Austin Renzel. He'll hit. He's 1 for 1 with a walk and an RBI. Boy, if he could somehow sneak out of another inning with limited damage, that would be really something else. So 1 away, Renzel up. First pitch. Good block for Schroeder, and it's a ball. Again, Greensboro does have an arm throwing in the bullpen. The bullpens are down each line. Here at Truist Point, that misses 2-0. If you haven't been out to Truist Point, it's a beautiful ballpark. The High Point Rockers play here in the summer. Also, some minor league soccer going on this spring as well. Next one is in for a strike. He was taken all the way there, and it's 2-1. So that was a 2-0 fastball. His bread and butter has been the slider today. Let's see if he goes back to it. Looked like he did, but it misses. And it's 3-1. First base is open, but the leadoff man, Jackson Deal, is on deck, and he's already seen McInville 3 times today. You wonder if Chris Fennessy will let him see McInville a 4th time. 3-1 to Renzel. It's fouled away, and it's 3-2. So McInville a pitch away from getting a huge out. He just got a strikeout, and boy, if he could get one here, that would be big with runners on second and third. Here we go. Full count. Popped up. Mo Lopez is under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away. And McInville is once again an out away from escaping major damage. It'll be Jackson Deal, and he will get to hit for a 4th time against McInville. And McInville, again, is 1 out away from limiting Methodist to just 1 run again. First one misses outside. Methodist with second and third, nobody out here this inning. And we now have a strikeout and a pop-out. Swing and a miss at the slider, 1-1. The run this inning came off a Caleb Green double, but after that, like we mentioned, a strikeout and a pop-out, and now the leadoff man, Deal, has a 1-1 count with 2 away. That one's a strike, a high strike, and McInville is a strike away from pulling another Houdini act here in the 5th. You would think he's going to throw another breaking ball. That's been his best pitch all day long. Let's see where they go. Fastball just missed outside. Good pitch. But it's 2-2. That could set up another slider off the plate, though. And maybe you can get him to chase it. 2-2. McInville ready. That one inside, and it's a full count. Tying run at the plate for the Monarchs. 3-2. McInville looking to get out of the jam again. Here it comes. He didn't get him to chase that one, and the bases are now loaded. Hunter Hallman, the catcher, will hit. McInville looks like he's going to stay in. This is his inning. 2 away. Hallman's 1 for 2, struck out his first at bat. This one's ripped into right center, and that might clear the bases. 2 runs have scored. Here comes another, and we are tied at 7. McInville was so close to getting out of it, but he couldn't escape it here in the 5th. And that's going to do it as Chris Fennessy steps out of the dugout. And McInville's day is probably going to be over. A bases loaded double from Hunter Hallman ties the game at 7. Chris Fennessy out now to the mound. And he will now make the signal. So Greensboro will go with a new pitcher. We'll tell you who it is after this. So the new pitcher is the Greensboro closer, Stephen Dunlow. He will try to get out of the inning. Methodist has scored 4 runs to tie the game, with 3 of them coming on a double by Hunter Hallman with 2 outs. That has driven Aaron McInville out of the game. Stephen Dunlow has been fantastic out of the bullpen for Greensboro, as he has a 1-1 count on the DH, Banks Hartman. Dunlow has a .84 ERA in 10 2/3 innings, 11 strikeouts. This one misses low. He has 4 saves as well. And so they bring in the closer here with the middle of the order up, trying to keep this game tied. And Dunlow's a multi-inning reliever, as this is bounced towards Weber. Got to get rid of it. He does, and that will end the inning. But a huge 2-out, 3 RBI double by Hunter Hallman ties the game at 7.
Yeah.
Bottom of the fifth, Kai Hayen will lead it off. First pitch from Brandon Humphreys is in the dirt. So Methodist scores 4 to tie it. We have an offensive explosion from both teams today. Next one is on the inside corner. Hayen did not like that call. And it's 1-1. Methodist has been on the verge of scoring multiple runs. They just haven't been able to until last inning. They scored 4. So the Greensboro Bats will have to score some more runs if they want to win this one. The next 2 pitches have missed barely, and it's 3-1. This one is flown out to right. Still carrying to the track. It's over his head. And Hayen will stop at second. Boy, that ball carried a lot. It looked like it was going to be a routine fly out, but the ball just kept carrying, and so it's a leadoff double for Hayen. Talk about a day for Kai Hayen. He's got a double, and he's thrown out 2 guys at the plate from right field, and we're only in the 5th. Evan Sykes, the power-hitting shortstop, will now come up looking to give Greensboro another lead. First pitch is a ball. Again, the camera angle where we're at, we can't quite see right field, but that last one really looked like a routine fly ball, and it just kept carrying and carried all the way to the wall. This ball's hit pretty well to left center. It's going to be caught! A diving grab by Jackson Deal robs Evan Sykes of an RBI double. An incredible play by Deal in center field. That was a highlight reel play for sure. Saves a run for now, as here's Mo Lopez. He had an RBI double down the left field line his last time up. First one to him is a strike. What a play there by Jackson Deal. He lays out in the gap. Sykes couldn't believe it. And so Hayen is now still at second with 1 out. This one's a high pop-up. Shortstop has it. And now there's 2 away. And now Michael Schroer, the catcher, will come up. He had a bloop single that scored a run his last time up. And so after the magnificent defensive play, Humphreys is an out away from getting out of this one. First pitch is fouled off, 0-1. You see on your screen the shadows, and the sun's starting to go down a little bit. The shadows aren't as bad as it was an inning or 2 ago. 0-1 the count to Schroer. That one misses. One and one now. Humphreys, as we mentioned, a junior. He's a North Carolina native. This one in the dirt, good block, and Hayen has to stay put at second base. That's Holman behind the plate, who had the big 3 RBI double last inning, top of the 5th. 2-1 to Schroer on the way. That's going to be another one that falls into center field. Here comes Hayden around third. There's going to be no play, and Greensboro takes the lead again. Michael Schroer with his second RBI single of the game. And Greensboro is back ahead 8-7. Nice job by Schroer. Just a couple of easy singles to center field, and now he's on first. And Ferguson hits one hard to short, and they'll go to short way to second base, and that'll end the inning. But Greensboro comes through with another run with a 2-out RBI single by Michael Schroer, and they now lead 8-7. Welcome back in. Stephen Dunlow still on the mound as Greensboro has an 8-7 lead as Michael Schroer came through with a 2-out RBI single. And we are in the top of the 6th. Count is now 2-1. Dunlow comes set to the shortstop for Methodist. Caleb Rogers, that one misses, and it's 3-1. Rogers has made some good defensive plays out there today at short. He's 0 for 3 at the plate with a strikeout. He's ahead 3-1 now against Dunlow, and that's a strike on the outside corner, 3-2. 4, 5, and 6 due up here in the top of the 6th. This one's grounded out to short. Sykes will throw out his counterpart for out number 1. That is the first leadoff batter that has been put out for Methodist. So Dunlow gets the leadoff man here for the first time, as Methodist has had all of their leadoff men reach up until now. So 1 away. That'll bring up second baseman Brandon Mauger. Mauger is 2 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. Good day for him at the plate. First pitch is a ball. Dunlow comes set. He'll fire the 1-0. That's another hit. A 3-hit day for Mauger. And there's one on with one out here in the top of the 6th. Exciting last couple of weeks for Greensboro Athletics. They have a new national champion in Josh Wilson. Wilson became a national champion last weekend at the national championships in La Crosse, Wisconsin. It's been a great story to cover. Softball also swept Guilford College earlier this week on the road. A big win, 2 wins for the softball team. And Stephen Dunlow gets ahead here 0-1 to the first baseman, Banks Eagle. Next one is a strike as well with the fastball, and it's 0-2. Dunlow has a high 80s, low 90s fastball with a good slider. Again, mentioned earlier, he's the closer, but coming in early today, trying to put out the fire, which he did last inning. And he's ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Michael Schroer gives him the signs. Dunlow's ready. That one misses way outside, 2-2. Good job again by Schroer. Schroer's been outstanding behind the plate today. And he's been outstanding at the plate with the bat as well. He's got 2 RBI hits today, including the current go-ahead run. 2-2 from Dunlow. Breaking ball misses high, and the count goes full. It's been an outstanding game for Methodist. They're the bottom of the order. They're about to come up. But really, the 5 through 9 guys have been outstanding today. Runner goes on the 3-2, and it's ball 4. So it's a walk. And there's 2 on for Caleb Green, who has 2 hits, including an RBI double his last at bat. He's 2 for 2. And he's looking to do some more damage here to try to at least tie the game. Dunlow misses way outside. He's getting a little wild here after the first batter grounded out. Giving up a hit and a walk. And now he's behind 1-0 to Caleb Green. That one misses way up high. Another good catch there by Schroer, and he's going to call time and go out and talk to Dunlow. And Chris Fennessey's going to do the same thing. So as we mentioned previously, Josh Wilson, a new national champion, softball playing well. The men's lacrosse team got a USA South victory over Huntington yesterday afternoon, 14-8. They are now 5-4 and 1-1 in the conference. So a lot of good things going on around Greensboro and Greensboro Athletics. And of course, the baseball team off to a great start as well, taking their first conference series last weekend over Mary Baldwin. The women's lacrosse team also played a competitive match and fell to Huntington today. Both of the lacrosse teams made the long trip down to Alabama this weekend. Chris Fennessey having a long conversation with the home plate umpire Not sure if that was and he's still barking. So Coach Fennessy not too happy with whatever explanation he got there. So Caleb Green will step back in. It's a 2-0 count. 2 on, 1 out. Methodist looking to tie the game. It's been a back and forth battle here in game 1. In an important USA South series. That's way outside. It's 3-0. Greensboro pitchers have had trouble getting ahead. And in baseball, when you can get ahead as a pitcher, it certainly makes life a little bit easier as you get the hitters to expand their zone. That's a fastball for a strike. But when you fall behind, especially to most of the hitters, those hitters can shrink their strike zones and look for a specific pitch to hit. This is hit foul, and that will make the count 3-2. Caleb Green's had a lot of good swings up there today. Hitting 7th. Coming in hitting 274. He's got 20 hits on the year with 4 triples. And he earns a walk here, and now the bases are loaded with 1 out. So that'll bring up Tristan Melvin, the third baseman. Methodist again with runners on every base and 1 away. Can Dunlow get out of this inning? They haven't scored a run this inning yet. Still 8-7 Greensboro, but Methodist again knocking on the door. And that's called a strike. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe they've had a runner in scoring position every inning as well. They had a big 4-run inning last frame. That's outside, 1-1. So Greensboro playing with fire. Their offense has certainly answered the call with 8 runs so far, but Methodist is sticking right with the Pride offense. 1 ball, 1 strike. Line foul, 1-2. Good thing for Dunlow is that he's got great stuff, and he's got strikeout stuff, and he's a strike away from a potential big strikeout here. He's done a great job during the season coming in and putting out fires as he did last inning, but he's got himself into 1 here. 1-2. Here is the delivery. It's a ground ball. Can they turn it? Ferguson, not sure if he did not. They're not going to get any routes. The throw gets away. 2 runs scored. Runner advances to second. And Methodist is going to take a 9-8 lead. Ferguson got the ball. He did not step on the second base bag. It looked like he missed the bag. I believe it was a good call. Ferguson made a great effort to get the ball, and as he went across the bag, he did not step on the bag when he had the ball. It looked like he touched the bag, but he didn't have the ball yet. And then the throw got away. It bounced and got away from Lopez, and that scored 2 runs. And the umpires are talking about it now. At least from this view, I believe they got the original call correct. Coach Fennessy still talking it over, trying to get the call. Looks like they'll stay with the call on the field. So Methodist comes up with 2 runs, and there's still only 1 out. That will bring up Renzel again. Renzel made the outstanding diving play in center field in the the bottom of the 5th. He is 1 for 2 with a walk and an RBI today at the plate. Dunlow struggling here to get the ball over the plate as he'll start Renzel off with a ball. Infield playing in now. Renzel, the number 9 hitter, so a big hitter here for Dunlow. That is a high strike, 1-1. Jackson Deal on deck. Ground ball, runners coming home, and there's going to be no play anywhere. A slow chopper that Sykes couldn't handle, and it is 10-8. And the runners will now be at the corners with one away. That's a tough break there. Dunlow made a good pitch, but Sykes may have looked up to see if there was a play at the plate, and the ball went right under his glove. So Dunlow now has the top of the order in Jackson Deal with runners at the corners. That one's a base hit in the right field. The Monarchs now have a 3-run advantage as they have gotten to Stephen Dunlow here with a 4-run 6th. So they have scored 8 runs in the last 2 innings, and we still only have 1 out. 11-8. Methodist leads it, and now the catcher Holman, who had a bases clearing double last time, and now he's going to have a single. Here comes the runner, and Haynes not going to have a chance this time to throw him out, and it is 12-8 Methodist. First pitch single through the hole between the second baseman and first baseman. Don't believe anyone's throwing yet in the Greensboro bullpen. They're going to try to ride Dunlow through this inning. It's a 5-run inning, and Methodist is back out front 12-8. First one to Hartman, misses for a ball, 1-0. Ground ball, Weber on a short hop. Can step on the bag for 1, and that's all he'll get, but they'll take the out. It kind of looked like Weber was going to try to turn 2 and go to second, but instead changed his mind and stepped on the bag. Unfortunately there, if he would have made that decision a little earlier, we could have made a throw over, but they'll take the out. The lead runner is out, and so there's 2 away. Runner still at first and second. That'll bring up the cleanup man, Caleb Rogers. And Dunlow's an out away from getting out of this inning. Good breaking ball for a first pitch strike to Rogers. Rogers 0 for 4. Methodist has 13 hits as a team. Another good breaking ball that's fouled away, and it's 0-2. Mauger is on deck. He has 3 hits and an RBI and a walk. He's been on base all 4 times, so don't want to have to face him this inning. Fastball, strike 3 call. And Rogers didn't like it, but that will end the inning. So Methodist scores 5, and they'll take a 12-8 lead to the bottom of the 6th. So the Monarchs have scored 9 runs in the last 2 innings to take a 12-8 lead over Greensboro, but this one far from over. Just the bottom of the 6th, and Greensboro has the top of their order, which has done the most damage so far today. Chris Lee will lead it off. First pitch from Humphreys is in for a strike. Nothing in 1. Lee takes another one on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Lee is 2-for-2 with a walk. He scored twice as well. That one looked good, but just missed. 3 straight fastballs from Humphreys. 1-2 now to Lee. Grounded foul down the third base line. Keeps the count at 1-2. Again, game 2 and game 3 are scheduled for tomorrow afternoon beginning at 1 o'clock here at Truist Point. Be sure to watch the live stream if you're not able to make it out. This pitch is fouled off. And follow the live stats. Both of those can be found at GreensboroCollegeSports.com, and all of your Greensboro athletics news, information, and updates can be found at GreensboroCollegeSports.com and also on our social media pages. This one misses low. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Following all things Greensboro athletics, this is grounded out first base line, and it's just foul. Count stays at 2-2. Some fun content that has been posted on our Instagram as well as YouTube. Some video highlights and interviews. We've also got a special interview coming up soon with newly crowned national champion Josh Wilson. He joined us for a great interview yesterday, and we hope to have that out for you here soon. So be sure to subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram pages. Ground ball in the hole. It will be fielded by the third baseman. Throw on to first in time for out number 1. And that'll bring up Adam Weber. Weber is 2 for 3 with 2 RBI. He'll stand in. And he'll take a ball 1-0. Weber, a dangerous hitter, hitting in the number 2 spot. He'll take a strike on that one. Really a complete hitter and has a great approach at the plate as this one misses in the dirt 2-1. As you see the sun going down, there's really no more shadows except out in center field, as the lights are coming on as well. Weber bounces this one foul, and it is 2-2. Humphreys has done a good job. He gave up a little bit in his first inning of work, but really since then has done a good job. Gave up 1 run last inning, and so far he's gotten the leadoff man in the bottom of the 6th. Ground ball, nice play. Throw on to first in time. That's Tristan Melvin over there at third base, and there's 2 away. That'll bring up Brody Gardner. He had an RBI infield single last time. He hit into a double play his second at bat. Trying to get something going here with 2 away. With the Pride now down by 4. And Gardner now ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. And there's going to be a visit to the mound by Hunter Holman. Drake Carrick is on deck. And that is the spot of Nick Marshall, so not sure if Marshall had something aggravating him injury-wise. He is DHing today, not playing first base. But if Gardner gets on, it looks like it's going to be Drake Carrick hitting for Marshall. And Gardner is ahead in the count. Middle of the order for Greensboro, as the next one's not close, and it is a 2-out walk for Gardner. So Drake Carrick will pinch hit for Nick Marshall. Carrick normally plays right field or DHs for Greensboro, so not an unfamiliar face in the box for Greensboro. Carrick is hitting .302 with a .915 OPS and 17 starts. He's got a home run, 2 triples, and 4 doubles. Once again, it just goes to the unbelievable depth that this team has, that you can have a guy like Carrick take a day off and you get someone like Kai Hayen or Scotty Diekman to come in and play just as well. We're going to get a visit to the mound here. No one throwing in the bullpen, so this is just a strategy talk more than likely, or a scouting report on Carrick. Carrick has scored 10 runs. He has 16 hits and a .406 on-base percentage. So Carrick is ahead 1-0 in the count. And Kai Hayen playing right field. He is on deck. Again, Carrick pinch hitting for Nick Marshall. Not sure if there's an injury or something going on, but Carrick is hitting here. Throw over to first. But again, Carrick with great numbers as well. He has just 9 strikeouts this year in 53 at-bats. One and 0 the count. Here it comes. That's way up and away, 2-0. Carrick looking for a good pitch to hit here with Gardner on first and 2 away. That one just misses, and it's 3-0. And so if Carrick gets on, that'll bring up Hayen. And then if Hayen were to reach, it would be Evan Sykes. That one's not close. And so now Hayen will come up with 2 men on. And Methodist now does have a right-hander throwing in the bullpen. So the leash is getting shorter for Humphreys. But there's 2 away. He's only an out away from getting out of this with no runs given up. First one to Hayen misses. Both teams have, especially Greensboro, but both teams have struggled to get ahead. Pitchers have struggled to get ahead in this one, and the score kind of reflects that. 12-8 here in the 6th. Next one to Hayen is in there, and it's 1-1. Hayen struck out his last time up, but does have a double. I believe that's actually reversed. He had a strikeout and then hit a double his last at bat. He's got 2 men on here. That's hit out to right but foul. And it is 1-2. So 1-2, 2 on, 2 out, the pitch, strike 3 called, and that will end the 6th. We go to the 7th. Methodist leads it 12-8. Welcome back here at Truist Point. Stephen Dunlow still on the mound for Greensboro. 12-8, Monarchs lead. Next one misses for a ball, 1-1. Dunlow working quickly here. Ground ball to Sykes. Coming up. Throw in time. 1 away. So that'll bring up Engel. As Greensboro gets the leadoff man for just a second time today. And that one misses for a ball, 1-0. There's a base hit, though, by Banks Engel, and it's a 1-out single as Methodist just continues to pour on the hits. That's 14 hits now for the Monarchs. That brings up the left fielder, Caleb Green. First pitch to him is a strike. And it's 0-1. Dunlow ready. Good breaking ball, and that's in for a strike, 0-2. Dunlow getting a lot of work today. He came in the 5th to stop the bleeding that inning, but then gave up 5 in the 6th, and he now starts the 7th on the mound. This is flown out to right. Hayden going towards the line. He'll make the grab, and there's 2 away. The only inning so far that Methodist has not scored was the 4th. So if they don't score here, it will just be the 2nd inning that they have not scored at least 1 run. They have 14 hits. Greensboro also has a couple errors in the field. Dunlow almost threw it away there. Lopez with the good catch over at first. Next one is a strike throw back by Schroeder to first, but the runner's back in time. Nothing in one the count. Believe it's 1-0. Let's see what the umpire gives us here as the count. Looks like it's 1-1. 2 away. Here in the top of the 7th. Next one is on the corner. Dunlow with a good fastball. And it is 1-2. Strike away from getting out of this inning pretty quickly and getting the Greensboro bats back out there. 1-2 breaking ball, strike 3 called, and Dunlow looks fantastic in the top of the 7th. So 1 hit, but that's all. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Greensboro looking to rally. Welcome back into Truist Point. Evan Sykes will lead off the bottom of the 7th. 12-8 Methodist. First pitch, swing and a miss. Nothing in 1. Humphreys is still out there. He's pitched pretty well today out of the bullpen. This is a pop-up in no man's land. Is somebody going to get there? Yes, they will. It's the center fielder. Austin Renzel has his second magnificent catch of the game. Have a day. He made a great play on Sykes earlier, and he does it again here in the 7th. Evan Sykes has been robbed by Renzel twice today. And that'll bring up Mo Lopez. He'll take a ball outside. Boy, tough break for Sykes. He ripped one in the gap earlier and then tried to bloop one in, but Renzel is having none of it. Lopez will take a strike, and it is 1-1. 1-1, big swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. The Pride offenses look good today. They have 11 hits and 8 runs. But the Methodist offense has so far been a little bit better. Lopez fouls this one off to keep the count at 1-2. 1-2 again. Humphreys still on the mound for Methodist. And it's fouled away again. Humphreys came in for starter Tanner Simpson. Simpson went 3 1/3, and Humphreys has gone 3 innings so far out of the bullpen. That one misses away, and it's 2-2. Lopez working back in the count. That one is fouled off at the plate. Count remains 2-2. Lopez is a two-way player. He is a pitcher and a hitter. He got some pitching opportunities earlier in the year. And like we said earlier, he's gotten some at-bats at the plate. Ground ball up the middle is fumbled by Humphreys, but he's got it. He'll toss across to the first base bag for the second out. Humphreys has done a magnificent job out of the bullpen, holding the Pride offense down. We'll take a look at his numbers again. Humphreys has given up 3 hits, and has walked 3, but just 1 run given up. Schroeder is going to pop one up to shortstop, and it will be Rogers that makes the play. So Greensboro goes 1, 2, 3 in the 7th. We'll go to the top of the 8th. Methodist leads 12-8. Welcome back to the top of the 8th. We got a 12-8 ball game. Substitution for Greensboro. Alex Vasquez, the freshman, will go in and play first base for Mo Lopez. It'll be the center fielder, Austin Renzel. He will lead off the 8th. He has been magnificent today. He has 2 RBIs and a walk. He also has 2 unbelievable diving catches in center field that robbed Evan Sykes both times. Nothing at 1 is thrown right by him by Stephen Dunlow. He's still out there trying to keep the score where it is. And Greensboro's got 6 outs left on the offensive side to try and come back in this one. 0-2 outside, 1-2. One-two pitch is down, but a good breaking ball, 2-2. Adam Weber, the third baseman, playing even with the bag. Everyone else is pretty much normal depth. 2-2 from Dunlow. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball by him. And there's one away. So Dunlow, outside of the sixth, has looked pretty good. He came in to get the last out of the fifth. He pitched a scoreless seventh and gets a strikeout to begin the eighth. But of course, the big 5-run sixth inning is what has Methodist out front. First one misses to the leadoff man, Jackson Deal. Breaking ball, good pitch over the inside corner, and it is 1-1. Deal has 3 walks today. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. There's a strike on the corner, and it's 1-2 from Dunlow. Dunlow working quickly, gets the sign. He's set. He'll make the delivery. Swing and a miss. Schroer will tag him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the eighth. And that will bring up the catcher, Hunter Holman. He had a big bases clearing double in the fifth. First one in this at-bat misses low for a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strikes to count. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Dunlow, that is blowing the fastball right by these Methodist hitters here in the eighth. One and one the count. Ground ball, Dunlow fields it. He'll toss to Vasquez, and that will be a 1-2-3 inning. The first 1-2-3 inning for the Greensboro defense, and so they'll try to get some runs and tie the game back up as we head to the bottom of the eighth. Cooper Ferguson will lead off in the bottom of the eighth. Ferguson is 1 for 3 with an RBI single earlier in the game. Playing second base, he'll hit, and then the top of the order comes back up. So a big opportunity for Greensboro. They've got their big hitters up. Ferguson takes a first pitch strike as Humphreys continues his great work out of the bullpen. This is hit pretty well out to center field, but it's not going to be enough as Renzel makes the play for out number 1. Ferguson put a good swing on that one, just hit it to the deepest part of the park. And Chris Lee will now step in. First pitch to him is a ball. And that one looked pretty good, but it misses as well, and it's 2-0. So Greensboro needs base runners, and they've got the right part of the order up. Let's see if they can capitalize on their better hitters coming up late in the game. 2-1 is now the count. That's not close, and it's 3-1. Lee has 2 hits and a walk. Scored a couple times. That's high, and that's what Greensboro needs. They need base runners. And Adam Weber will now step in. Methodist has had a right-hander throwing in the bullpen, but they're going to stick with Humphreys for now. So it's Lee at first, 1 away. Weber takes a ball, looked good, but it missed maybe low. Weber 2 for 4 on the day. A slide step, and it hit him in the elbow. And the Pride now have him at first and second with 1 away. And Brody Gardner will now step to the plate. And it looks like there will be a change now as the head coach is going to make a slow walk out to the mound. He has not signaled yet. He's making a very slow walk here, talking to the catcher, giving a little extra time for the bullpen arm to get loose. And now he makes the signal to the bullpen. We'll take a break and be right back. And we'll introduce you to the next pitcher.
I am playing Osu.
Another goal by me.
Right now I'm playing Rocket League.
It's a rhythm beat game.
Apex Legends,
Valorant,
Mortal Kombat,
Nintendo games, a lot of first-person shooters.
any Modern Warfare or Call of Duty game.
I just like playing games.
Feeling sight.
Everybody comes together to beat the objectives, and it like helps you bond with people.
They talk together, create strategies, and practice together.
Leadership, patience, collaboration, cooperation.
Some of the best esports people out there right now are women.
Greensboro College is a small school, but if you want to be a part of something big, we have big things happening here.
I just feel like I belong here.
Welcome back in to Truist Point. Hope you enjoyed the esports commercial. We at Greensboro College, esports is an exciting newer addition to Greensboro College, and a lot of exciting things going on with esports this year under new manager Mario Castillo. The new pitcher for Methodist is Jackson Kuhn. He's a sophomore from Foxfire, North Carolina. And he will try to put out the fire here. So far, Kuhn has thrown 13 in the third innings with an 8.10 ERA with 12 strikeouts. So despite the high numbers, he does have good stuff. He's got 12 strikeouts in 13 innings. He misses with the first pitch to Gardner, and it's 1-0. Greensboro looking to get back in the game. Drake Carrick is on deck. 2 on, 1 out here in the 8th. That one's in for a strike. and it's 1-1. The lights are on here in beautiful High Point, North Carolina. This stadium really pops when it gets nighttime and the lights come on here. It's a beautiful setting. And Greensboro is looking to create some damage as this pitch misses, and it's 2-1. Lee at second, Weber at first. Gardner in the box. That one misses, and it's 3-1. Drake Carrick on deck, the designated hitter. Gardner is ready in the box. Here comes the delivery. Ball 4 as it just missed inside, and the bases are loaded. Drake Carrick, who came in earlier for Nick Marshall at the designated hitter's spot, will have a chance here. He represents the tying run. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it straight back. A big cut. Carrick hitting over 300 coming into the game. He does have a home run earlier this season. Another big cut and a foul straight back, and it's 0-2. Jackson Kuhn looking for a big strikeout. Methodist does have another right-hander getting loose in the bullpen. Kuhn is out of the windup here with the bases loaded. And a third straight pitch fouled straight back to the screen. Carrick looking to put one in play. Kai Hayen is on deck. Carrick walked his first at-bat. That one misses, and it's 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 from Kuhn. That's inside, 2-2. Good fastball from Kuhn. 2-2. Out of the windup again. Popped up. Foul ground. And it couldn't be caught. It was right up against the screen, the netting over there beside the third base dugout, but the third baseman, Tristan Melvin, just missed making a catch there. So Carrick is still in the count here, 2-2. That one misses, and it's 3-2. So 3-2, one away. Bases loaded. Carrick looking for a hit or a walk. A walk wouldn't hurt either. That would bring home a run. Ball 4. It's 12-9. Kai Hayen now will hit. Hayen is 1 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. The tying run is now at first with one away. It's been a wild one, and Greensboro is looking to make it even more wild here in the 8th. First one misses in the dirt, 1-0. If you're just joining us, it's been a back-and-forth battle. Methodist had a 12-8 lead coming into this inning, and Greensboro's threatening here in the 8th. And that one just missed. 2-0. That one looked pretty good, but the umpire calls it a ball, and now there's gonna be a visit to the mound to try to help Jackson Kuhn here a little bit, but they also have a right-hander throwing in the bullpen, so that'll give him some time to throw. It'll also give time for Kuhn to settle down and try to get these last couple of outs. But Greensboro now down just 3. Still some work to do, but they have the bases loaded. And Kai Hayen up, and the dangerous Evan Sykes on deck. So here we go. Kuhn's ready. Hayen in the box. 2-0 the count. Here it comes. Swing out to right field, but that's going to go foul, and it's 2-1. Just a little bit late. They put a good swing on it, but it's going to go into the Greensboro bullpen. So 2-1. Kuhn's got a good fastball. He's shown that today. Let's see what he comes with here. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Hayen steps out of the box, takes a deep breath, looking to put one in play here. Here it comes from Kuhn. Almost hit him. It's inside, and the count goes full. So will it be another bases loaded walk? Here we go, 3-2. Not close, it's ball 4. As it goes to the backstop, it's 12-10. And now Greensboro can smell it with Evan Sykes now at the plate and nowhere to put him. And this might be a pitching change. This is going to be the second visit in the inning. So it's going to be another Methodist pitcher coming in. We'll take a break and we'll tell you who it is up next. Welcome back in. We have a 12-10 ball game here at Truist Point. Evan Sykes steps in. He'll take a strike. The new pitcher is Chase Carroll. He is a junior from Benson, North Carolina. The 0-1. Line into center field. 1 run will score. Here comes Carrick. The throw is cut off. We are tied at 12. Evan Sykes has been robbed twice so far today, but in this at-bat, he comes through. And we are tied at 12. And Alex Vasquez, the freshman, will hit. He came in defensively last inning, and now he'll hit with potentially the game-winning run at third base. And they try to bunt, and it goes off the catcher for a strike. The runner at third, Hagan, wasn't going, so I'm not sure if maybe it was a safety squeeze or a missed sign. Louis Barini is on deck. He would hit for Ferguson if his spot comes up. 0-1 the count. Good swing, but it's fouled back and it's 0-2. Vasquez got off to a really good start in his freshman year, but has struggled a little bit lately, but he's got a chance here to give Greensboro a lead here in the 8th. 0-2, grounded to second. Can they turn it? Yes, they can. And Greensboro cannot take the lead. A huge double play and gets Methodist out of the jam. So Greensboro ties the game, though. Down by 4, they score 4, and it is 12-12 as we go to the 9th. Welcome back. We're in the top of the 9th. Greensboro ties the game at 12 after a 4-run bottom of the 8th. It's been a wild one here in High Point. Stephen Dunlow continues on the mound as Banks Hartman will hit again. He is the designated hitter. This is his 5th time at the plate. He's 1 for 4, and he's ahead 2-0. Here to begin the 9th. What a game. Greensboro down by 4. They've come back for the 3rd time to tie the game. And now we're in the 9th, all even. There's a strike at the knees from Dunlow, and it's 2-1. Dunlow's last 2 innings have been really good. He came in to relieve in the 5th. He relieved Aaron McInvale, and that's outside. Don't know this for sure, but I would guess this is probably the most innings and pitches that Dunlow has thrown this year out of the bullpen. There's a strike, which will likely take him out tomorrow, but he has done a great job after the rocky 6th inning of keeping the game or keeping Methodist at 12 runs and allowing Greensboro to battle back to tie. That one is fouled off, and the count remains 3-2. Here comes another 3-2 line, and it's a base hit in the left field. So a pinch runner is going to be Cameron Seagroves. He will pinch run for Hartman at first. That will bring in the shortstop, Rogers. Who today is 0 for 5. Dunlow's going to throw over to first. Seagroves over at first base does not have a steal or a attempt yet. Here's a bunt. Throw back to first on the snap throw, and he's back in time. Looks like that was ruled a ball. He was able to pull the bunt back just in time. 1-0. He's going to bunt again. Breaking ball, misses, 2-0. So Dunlow needs to throw a strike here. Methodist is giving him an out on the bunt. But you can't walk him. It's a 2-0 count. That misses, and it's 3-0. So Dunlow in some trouble. Runner on first, 3-0 count here in the top of the ninth. Fastball in for a strike, 3-1. Dunlow getting the signs. Let's see if it's another bunt attempt by Rogers. But before that, it's a throw over to first. Rogers in the box. He will square, and it's a bunt. Dunlow's going to field it. Toss to Vasquez in time. So the go-ahead run gets into scoring position, and Greensboro will take the out. And now Brandon Auger will come up. He has done a fabulous job. He has 3 hits, including a walk and an RBI. So let's see how they attack Auger here with Engel on deck. Dunlow comes set. Breaking ball in for a strike. He's had a good breaking ball today. And he's ahead 0-1. Another breaking ball misses, and it's 1-1. Seagroves, the pinch runner, at second. Here's the delivery, fouled away, and it's 1-2. The fastball was a little too much that time from Auger. Let's see what they come with now on 1-2. Dunlow looking to get out of the inning and give the Pride a chance to win it in the bottom of the ninth. Breaking ball bounced foul down the third base line. And we'll do it again. Nighttime has fallen here in High Point, and it is a beautiful night for baseball. And we have had a good one. 12-12. Methodist looks to take the lead. That one fouled straight back to the screen. And we'll have another 1-2. Dunlow gets his sign. He's ready. Breaking ball, hit hard to center. Lee won't get it. It's a base hit. Runner's going to stop at third. And so now they're at the corners with one away. Mauger continues his outstanding game. And now we have him at the corners, and Michael Schroer gives the signs in case of a steal. Earlier in the game, Methodist tried to get in a pickle with the runner at first and steal home, but Greensboro threw the runner out at home to end the inning. Possible squeeze play, but that misses outside to Banks Engel. Banks is 2-for-3 with a walk. So now that they showed that, let's see if they try again on the squeeze. No, it's a slash, and he fouls it away. Vasquez over at first came up, even with the pitcher's mound, and then Engel pulled the butt back and tried to swing, but he fouled it away. A scary play there if you're a first baseman, but luckily he fouled it away. 1-1, let's see what happens here. Trying to stay out of the double play is Methodist. Vasquez charges, pitch gets to the backstop, and that's going to be a run. And the runner from first is going to get all the way to third. 13-12. The Monarchs lead it. So it's 13-12, infield in. A bunt, it's a squeeze, and that's going to work perfectly. It's going to be a base hit. Run scores, it's 14-12. The squeeze play works to perfection, and it's going to be a bunt single. Chris Fennessy out now, potentially arguing with the home plate umpire. And now he's going to make a move to the bullpen. So Dylan Ward will now come in, and he will take over. Methodist has scored twice, and it is 14-12, and we'll take a break and be right back.
So it'll be the veteran right-hander, Dylan Ward, out of the bullpen. Ward has thrown 6 innings so far this year, and he will try to get out of the 9th, keeping it at 14-12. So Greensboro scored 4 to tie it in the bottom of the 8th, and now Methodist has scored 2 to take a 14-12 lead. It'll be Caleb Green, the left fielder. He will hit. He's 2 for 3 with a walk and 2 RBI. Ward has a good curveball. That's his main pitch. And he'll throw the first one. It's high for a ball. A back and forth battle, both teams. But Greensboro does have the last at-bat. And there's a high strike, 1-1. And if Ward can keep the game here at 14-12, the Pride are certainly capable of scoring at least 2. A throw over to first. It looks like Louis Barini is going to pinch hit to begin the inning, the bottom of the 9th. He was on deck at the end of last inning and is standing on the edge of the dugout with a helmet and bat right now. And then the top of the order would come up. 2-1 is the count on Green. Runner on first. Runner takes off, pitches a strike. The throw goes into center field, and the runner will hang tight at second base. So, despite the throw going into center field, Banks Engel will stay put, so he gets a stolen base. And it is 2-2 on Caleb Green. Here comes the delivery from Ward. Fouled off. Green steps back in. Ward gets his sign from Schroer. And Ward looks to get out number 2. Here's it. The pitch hits up and in, almost hit him. And it's a full count. Ward will step back on the rubber. Here comes another 3-2. Curveball lined into right. This might be trouble. It's not, though. Hayen with a nice grab in right field. Runner will tag and head to third, and there are 2 away. And that will bring up third baseman Tristan Melvin. Melvin is 1 for 5 with a couple RBI. Dylan Ward will get a new baseball, and Melvin will step in with a runner on third and 2 away. A big at-bat. Let's see if Ward can keep it at 2 and not allow that runner on third to score. First pitch, fouled away. You have confidence any inning, but especially an inning where you have potentially Louis Barini and then the top of the order coming up for Greensboro. And so if you can keep it at 2, you have a lot of confidence going into that inning that you can at least get to tie the game. 1-1 is the count. Ward has thrown a lot of curveballs so far. That is his number 1 pitch.
Fastball called, strike at the knees. 1-2. So let's see what Ward comes with here. Does he go to his breaking ball? Maybe he goes back with the fastball. Schroeder gives him the signs. He's ready. Here it is. The 1-2. Fouled off. A good curveball, and it was chased out of the zone by Melvin, but he just got a piece of it to stay alive. We'll have another 1-2. Fastball misses, and it's 2-2. Ward getting the signs again. The 2-2. Strike 3 called. And we'll go to the bottom of the ninth. Greensboro's down 2, but they have the top of the order coming up, and we'll take a break and be right back. So here we go, bottom of the ninth here in High Point, 14-12, Methodist leads. Chase Carroll is back on the mound for Methodist. Louis Barini is going to pinch hit for, let me make sure, he's going to pinch hit in the 7-hole, so Cooper Ferguson, excuse me, the 8-hole. So Ferguson's going to stay in the game. He'll hit, he's on deck. So Louis Barini trying to get something started for Greensboro, and he'll take a ball. 1-0. There's a strike at the knees. 1-1. Barini had a great season last year, struggling a little bit this season. He'll take a ball, and it's 2-1. But he is a guy you want up. He's a disciplined hitter. He's certainly a good hitter, and a guy you want to get on base. That's hit out to center field, but unfortunately, it's right at the center fielder, Renzel, for out number 1. That's a tough break for Barini. Hit it well, but right at the center fielder. So here comes Ferguson. Ferguson has an RBI single earlier today. Just need a base runner. And the first pitch to Ferguson's a breaking ball for a strike. So Chris Lee's on deck. And as this is hit out to right, it's going to fall. I was going to say, if Chris Lee can reach, then you have Adam Weber. So Ferguson with good speed is on. The tying run now at the plate. Chris Lee. The Greensboro dugout. Everyone up on the railing. They can smell a potential rally. Carroll comes set. First pitch to Lee's a grounder to short. Throw to second. in time, so it's a fielder's choice for out number 2, so they couldn't get the double play, but they do get an out. So Greensboro's down to their final out. Adam Weber at the plate. Chris Lee at first. Carroll made a great pitch there to get the ground ball, and he's an out away from getting the victory. First pitch misses to Weber, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Lee at first. Carroll ready. Here's the delivery. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Lee stops at second. And the go-ahead, the winning run is now at the plate. Tying run at first. Can Greensboro complete another comeback? Gardner steps into the box against Carroll. 2 away in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Good fastball from Carroll, and it's 0-1. Drake Carrick is on deck. 0-1, Gardner. In the box, he's ready. Ground ball. What a play by the shortstop, but he's not going to have a play at any base, but he does stop it from getting in the left field. So the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Greensboro down 2, and Drake Carrick, who has walked twice today, comes to the plate. Here we go, Carroll out of the windup. Ball 1, it's low, below the knees. Good eye by Carrick, he's gonna try to stay patient. Carroll gets his sign. Fly ball left field. It is caught. Caleb Green with the catch, and Methodist takes game number 1. 14-12. Carroll gets the win out of the bullpen, and game 1 goes to the Monarchs. Be sure to join us tomorrow afternoon for the doubleheader, games 2 and 3 of the series. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow afternoon.